Hello students, I am going to discuss about signal flow graph method. In the last session we have discussed about finding a transfer function using block diagram reduction technique. In the block diagram reduction techniques we have to follow some rules to reduce the block diagram, and finally we can find the transfer function. So reduction using block diagram method, block diagram reduction technique, it is more tedious, it is more complexity, it is more taking process. So here S.J. Manson has developed a simple procedure to determine the transfer function. That method is known as signal flow graph method. So the transfer function of a system can be calculated in signal flow graph method by Mason's gain formula. So here it is a Mason's gain formula. S.J. Mason has developed a simple procedure, and I am assuming that R of S is input to the system and C of S is output to the system. Now the transfer function T of S is nothing but it is the ratio of output to the input, Laplace transformation of C of S by R of S. So here I am going to write the Mason's gain formula. According to Mason's gain formula, the overall gain or I can say that it is a transfer function of a system capital T is equals to 1 by delta summation P suffix K del suffix K. Here what is T? T is nothing but T of S, that is nothing but transfer function of a system, transfer function of the system. Next, what is P suffix K? Here K is nothing but the number of forward paths. So I am saying that Pk is nothing but forward path gain of kth forward path. Kth forward path. If k is equal to 1, then P1 will give as the first forward path gain, P2 second forward path gain, third forward path gain. So first we have to see how many forward paths are there. According to that we will have 1, 2, 3, P1, P2, P3 like that. Next, what is K? Number of forward paths in the signal flow graph. In the signal flow graph. Next, del. So here del is nothing but 1 minus sum of individual loop gains plus sum of gain products of all possible combinations of two non-touching loops minus sum of gain products of all possible combinations of all possible combinations of three non-touching loops. Three non-touching loops and plus. Like that the formula will continue. Next the formula may have the sum of gain products of possible combinations of four non-touching loops. So first we have to see how many number of forward paths we are having and how many non-touching loops we are having and how many non-touching, three non-touching loops, two non-touching loops. Like that first we have to see. Next, what is del suffix k? So del suffix k is saying about del for that part of del for that part of the graph which is not touching kth forward path. Kth forward path. Okay, so del suffix 1, if k we are having, if the number of forward paths are 2, then I will have del 1 and del 2. Del 1 is nothing but the loop which is not touching, or the path which is not touching the forward path, first forward path. For the first forward path I am having del 1, for the second forward path I am having del 2. So this is a Mason's gain formula. If we do a problem, it will be very easy to understand how this Mason's gain formula is calculating the overall gain. Okay, so this is the first problem I am going to discuss. Find the overall transfer function of a system. The transfer function of the system. So this is a problem I am having, and these are the branches and nodes I am having. So this is a problem. So for this problem we have to calculate the transfer function by using signal flow graph method. Okay, so by observing the diagram itself, it is a signal flow graph. It is not a block diagram, it is a signal flow graph. So for this signal flow graph we have to calculate the transfer function by using Mason's gain formula. Okay, so first we have to observe how many nodes are there. Okay, here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, total 8 nodes I am having, and G1 G2 G3 G4 G5, these are nothing but gains. Okay, and this is the backward branch from fifth node to third node. Next I am having from 4 to 3 I am having minus H1, and like here G6 I am having, and this is minus H3. Okay, this is a graph. So by using Mason's gain formula we have to calculate the transfer function. So in this totally we are having 5 steps to calculate the Mason's gain formula. So what is first step? First step is nothing but forward path gains. Okay, first step is forward path gains. Okay, so how many forward paths are there, first we have to see, then we can calculate the forward path gains. So how many forward paths are there? There are 2 forward paths. There are 2 forward paths, that is k is equal to 2. Okay, then forward path gains will be P1, then forward path gains will be P1 and P2. Okay, in the formula we have seen P suffix K. So depending upon the number of K values, that is number of forward paths, we are having forward path gains. Okay, so now first see what is a forward path. So forward path is nothing but from source node to sink node. Okay, source node means it is a node from which only the branches are generating. There is no the branches which are incoming. Only outgoing branches are there for the source node. For the sink node, only incoming branches will be there. And these are nothing but the branches, and these are nothing but the nodes. Sink node which is having only incoming branches. There is no outgoing branches. So now, how many forward paths are there? Forward path is nothing but from the source node to sink node. There is a path without touching a node 2 times. No node should be touched twice. One node only one time touching from source to sink. The path should be generated from the source node and it should be end at the sink node. Okay. So how many forward paths are there? Like this: 1, 2, G1, G2, G3, G4, G5. Like this. One forward path and one more forward path is there. What is that? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these are all backward paths. They are from this node to this node, this node to this node, and this node to this node. They are moving backside, not forward. Okay, only 2 forward paths are there. Now I am drawing the forward paths. Okay, from the figure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it is having the gain G1, G2, G3, G4, G5 and 1. Here it is 1. Next, this is another forward path I am having. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this is P1 and P2. Okay, so means we have to calculate the gain for this first forward path. For the first forward path, what is a forward path gain? We have to calculate what is P1 and what is P2. So from the diagram, P1 is equals to G1, G2, G3, G4, G5. Okay, from here to here we have to do the product of the gains what we are having. Next, P2 is nothing but G4, G5, G6, like this. Okay, this is the first stage, and second stage is you have to calculate individual loops, and you have to calculate the gain, individual loop gain, and how many individual loops are there. Okay, so there are, I am saying, individual loops. This is one individual loop. Loop is nothing but the starting and ending node should be the same. Okay, one is starting from 5th node minus H2 into G2 into G3, one load. Next, second to next this one, 3 to 4, first loop, and this is second loop. Okay, And next, what is third one? This one, G5 and minus H3. Totally 3 individual loops I am having. So there are 3 individual loops, okay, and that individual loops I am assuming as P11, P21, P31, okay. So P11 is minus G2 H1 minus G2 H1, this is G2 into minus H1, it will give, okay, I am drawing here, this is G2 minus H1, G2 H1, so minus G2 into H1. Next, second one I am having, this is P11. Next, P21 is this is third node, fourth node, fifth node, minus H2, G2, G3. So the gain is equal to minus G2, G3, H1. And next, the third loop is in between 6th and 7th nodes. So minus G5 into H3, okay. P21, see G2, G3, H2, right? G2, G3, H2. This G2, H1. So this is about individual loops. And next we have to move to the third step. What is the third step? It is about gain products of two non-touching loops. Gain products of two non-touching loops. So how many two non-touching loops are present here? We have to see. There should be two loops and these two loops should be not touched. See, this is a loop I am having and this is a loop I am having. These are the two loops which are not touching. Touching means that these two should have the same node. So we are not having that type of loops, touching loops. These are non-touching loops. And if I consider this one and this one, these two are also non-touching loops. So totally I am having two pairs of non-touching loops. First pair is it is in between third and fourth. Second one is in between 6 and 7, first pair. Next, second pair is three, 4, 5, G2, G3 minus H2 minus H3, G5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5. Okay, these are the two non-touching loops, two pairs of two non-touching loops. Okay, so now we have to find out the product of two non-touching loops, and that non-touching loops gains I am assuming them as P one two, and here I am writing it as P22. So every time I am placing the suffixes at the right side. Okay, that is, this is the first pair, that's why I am writing P1, and this is the second pair I am writing here P2. In the last session, that in the last step, what is the last step? Individual loop, gain. So that individual loops I am considering them as P11. Here I am placing the 1 suffix. Okay, individual gains. For the two non-touching loops I am placing the suffix 2. For the three non-touching loops I will place the suffix 3. like that. Okay, so P12 is nothing but this one into this one. Okay, so this is already we know that minus G2 into H1 is a minus G2 into H1, it is P11. This loop into this loop, P11, P11, P31, next P21, P31, right? So P11 into P31, here P21 into P31. What is P11? P11 is minus G2 into H1, this one, minus G2 H1 into minus G5 H3, and here minus G2 G3 H2 into minus G5 H3, G2 G3 G2 G5 H1 H3, here G2 G3 G5 H2 H3. So these are the gain products of two non-touching loops, and we have to see how many three non-touching loops are there. So are we having any three non-touching loop pairs? No, I am having only two non-touching loops. There is no three non-touching loops. Okay, so next, what is the fourth step? Fourth step I need to do is calculation of del K. Calculation of del and del K. So how to calculate the del? What is the formula? I am having the del is equals to 1 minus sum of individual loop gains. Okay, these are the individual loops. You have to add these gains, P11 plus P21 plus P31, right here, P11 plus P21 plus P31. Next formula, sum of gain products of all possible combinations of two non-touching loops. So I am having P12 P22, P12 P22. Next, minus sum of products of all possible combinations of three non-touching loops. I am not having any three non-touching loops. So here, up to here, the formula will end. So I will write 1 minus, what is P11? Minus G2 H1, P21 minus G2 G3 H2, P31 minus G5 H3, plus what is P12? G2 G5 H1 H3 plus P22 G2 G3 G5 H2 H3. Okay, so here we can take out the minus common and we can write 1 plus G2 H1 G2 G3 H2 G5 H3 G2 G5 H1 H3 G2 G3 G5 H2 H3. Okay, and what is del 1? Del K is nothing but del for that part of the graph which is not touching the kth forward path. So how many k's we are having? How many forward paths? 2. So we have to calculate del 1 and del 2. So del 1 is equal to 1 here, since there is no part of graph which is not touching with the first forward path. Okay, there is no such part of graph which is not touching the first forward path. we have to see how many are we having any loops which are not touching the first forward path. What is the first forward path? From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. Okay. So for this first forward path, all the nodes are touching. If I consider the second forward path like this, is there any nodes which are not touching that forward path? Yes, I am having this is a loop which is not touching this forward path, right? So I am having del 2. Del 2 is equal to 1 minus P11. What is P11? P11 is a loop which is not touching the forward path. So this is a path which is not touching the forward path. So 1 minus P11. 1 minus of G2 H1. This is 1 plus G2 H1. Now finally, what is the fifth step? Fifth step is calculation of transfer function. Calculation of transfer function. So what is the formula? T is equal to 1 by del summation Pk del k. So as we are having 2, k is equal to 2, summation is nothing but we have to add P1 del 1 plus P2 del 2, right? So we know what is P1, we know what is del 1. Del 1 is always 1, del 2 is nothing but this one. And what is P1, P2? I am having P1, P2 here. This is the P1, P2 in the first step. Okay. And we know what is del. Del is nothing but this one. Okay. Finally, we have to write the answer. Transfer function is equals to 1 by delta. What is delta? I am having, this is the delta. Okay. 1 plus G2 H1, G2 G3 H2, G5 H3, G2 G5 H1 H3 plus G2 G3 G5 H2 H3. This is a delta. And what is P1? P1 is nothing but G1 G2 G3 G4 G5, right? P1 into del 1. What is del 1? Okay, what is del 1? Del 1 is 1. Okay, plus what is P2? G4 G5 G6 into what is del 1? What is del 2? Del 1 is 1, del 2 is 1 plus G2 H1. 1 plus G2 H1. Okay. So we can simplify this one and we can calculate the transfer function. Okay. Thank you.